back in the garage with the Africa Twin one more time. Today we're here to install the Innovv K7. It's a dash cam, but it does so much more. Full disclosure, I contacted Innovv myself and I asked to review their dash cam because through my research they were the best out there and the one that matched exactly what I want to do to the bike. They sent me this one for free to put on the bike and review for them. They didn't say what I can or cannot say. They just said, unpack it, put it on the bike, tell us what you think. First thing to do is let's open it up and see what it looks like, what you get with the kit, and how it's packaged. So far it looks very professional, but well, let's see. Very nice presentation. All right. It's very well done. Almost Apple kind of packaging going on. Everything is in its proper place, but let's open up and see what we get. So far we get the handlebar controller, the GPS antenna, the 2 camera, and the main module over here. This is actually way better looking than I thought it would be. Actually, it's way better looking than it has any right to be. Nice chrome edges and matte black with the shiny part up front. Very well done, although nobody's ever gonna see it after today because it's gonna live inside the guts of the bike. So there is a microphone. So it looks like a pretty nice microphone too. It's a lavalier mic. Enough sticky pads to stick your old bike together, and also, if you guys look in here, you see those red rings in there? Those are spare O-rings for the connection. Thoughtful. Yeah, the cameras mounts, more cameras mounts. I wonder what's in the second mount thingy. The power cable. You can attach it directly to the battery. It comes with fuses over here, so there's that. And that is about it. There is stickers, because, well, we love stickers, and why not? It's free advertising, people. And instruction. All right, this is gonna be fun. Let's get all this stuff and let's put it on the bike. So real quick, let's go over what you get when you install this. You can see it on the side of the box. You get 2K cameras, front and back. You can choose to record in 2K or 1080 front and back. It's HD, is high quality, and has a big aperture 1.8 stop, I believe, which allows better image in low light. Another thing that comes with the system is the fact that the system monitors the bike 24/7. So you park your bike, you set it in parking mode, and if anybody runs into your bike, bumps it with their car or something like that, the system will record it, and you'll have proof of it. You get a GPS antenna for better and more accurate tracking when you use the system. The system is Wi-Fi, so you can connect the Wi-Fi to your phone. In case of an accident, this thing will lock the file so you know exactly where it is, what it is, and it doesn't get lost. Also, the whole system, the remote, the antenna, the cameras, the main module, it's all IP67, so you can get some water on it and it's not going to be a problem. Do not submerge the entire bike in the water. If the water gets anywhere close to the main module, that means your battery will be underwater, your air filter will be underwater. It's gonna be a huge mess. I wouldn't be worried about this. I would be worried about the bike itself. Whew, I'm talking a lot. I'm talking way too much. But I'm very excited. I'm actually very excited for this. First thing I'm gonna do is find a place to mount the remote control. It's not because it's the most important thing or anything, it's because I'm fixated with everything looking nice and clean. So there you have it. And because around the shop I have a million brackets of all sorts, instead of using the bracket that they send, very well made by the way, that goes pretty much on the rear view mirror, I elected to attach it to the handlebar because it's out of the way. Those mirrors, first thing to go if I crash off-road, so I don't want to attach anything to it. So I decided to use this bracket over here and use the provided screw to screw it on it. The wire is going to follow most of the wires from the Africa Twin, so from here it's going to go around and into under the bike, under the tank, and on under the seat where the main module will be. And this is what it looks like installed the way I wanted them to be installed. Tell you the truth, the installation is really easy. It just depends on the bike you have and how you want the cameras to be mounted. The easiest way would be to mount it on the handlebar up there with the provided bracket, but I like it to be centered, and I want to mount it down here. Just so you know, they give you everything you need to install it everywhere. You want to do it with double tape, M3 tape, sticking somewhere, you can do that. You want to use their brackets, you got plenty of that. You want to attach it directly somehow wherever you have two holes like this, you can do that too. Super convenient. Super convenient. The hardest portion of this installation is running the wires. And then once I run all the wires, we're gonna see where they plug, but installing the cameras, super easy. I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. Once the camera is all installed and I can actually look at the screen, I'm gonna adjust the angle. So I'm gonna just leave it loose for now, but I like it. Look at that. When it comes to the back side of the bike, I opted for double-sided tape with the provided bracket, double-sided tape between the luggage rack and the case on top of it. It's in here, it's solid, super solid. It's not gonna be in front of the stoplight. It's gonna be nice and centered. I'll set it up like that and call it a day. Run the wires one more. This one is easy though. This is great. The only thing I'm gonna do extra is put some thread lock onto all the screws. But that's it. This is the way it's gonna go. Nice and easy. Moving on. When it comes to the GPS, I decided to go under the plastic over here. This should be not enough to stop the GPS signal from reaching the antenna. I've seen people stuff it on the side of things under plastics, so this one at least it's flat, pointing at the sky, and there is no obstruction other than the handlebar going over. But the plastic is very thin, should not be a problem. I'm gonna use sticky tape, and then I'm gonna run the wire once more. This is what it looks like under there. And I can already hear the screaming and the furious typing on the comments. But Albe, that is the airbox. Yes, it is. And that's why I'm gonna leave enough cable loose so that when I need to remove the airbox cover, I have enough to put it aside and flop it on top. Last but not least is the main unit. It's gonna live down here under the seat. And because it's very cramped down here, it's gonna be hard to remove the SD card if I ever need to. What I'm actually gonna do is, instead of using the double-side sticky tape, I'm gonna use some industrial size Velcro and Velcro it down so I can lift it up just like this and replace the SD card when an update comes in or something like that. I'm really excited because the installation is coming along really good. The cameras are in the best possible position, GPS antenna, remote control, and microphone. Oh, by the way, the microphone, it's right in there, right there. All right, the installation is complete to my neatness obsession standard. Every single wire is being run properly, one at a time, exactly where I want it to be, tight, and everything is ending up down here. It's time to plug in all the connections and the power. When it comes to the power, you have red, black, and yellow. Red is hot, black is ground, yellow is ignition. If you're plugging it in directly into the battery, use the fuse that are provided, and you just plug it in. Red with red, black with black, and yellow to whatever gets power every time you turn on the key. In the Honda case, there are a few fuses in here you can use. You can use the license plate light, that's another popular option. But I have the EasyCan. I soldered it into the EasyCan, and this is what it looks like. It's neat, it's clean, and that's how I like it. So first thing I'm gonna do is plug it on the white circuit of the EasyCan, which is this one over here. That should make a satisfying click whenever I get the right side. There you go. All right, and now it's time to actually plug in every single wire. They're all color-coded, and those that seem the same, although they're not, the plug inside is different, so you're not gonna be messing it up. All right, so plug in the last wire, and that's it. It's gonna look like this for now because I'm gonna turn on the ignition and make sure it works. Finger crossed. Let's see. So I downloaded the app and I put it on my phone, and the app is open, and I can go in, click on the camera, and it's right there. I gotta straighten them up because the rear one, it's actually straight while the front one is sideways. When it comes to the actual axis, it's exactly how I want it. That's pretty perfect right there. I can choose which one to look at. Ooh, yeah, the front one is definitely sideways, but it's working properly, and let's move on. Let me set up that and we'll talk a little bit more about this thing. As I said, I use a tablet up front with some of my program for navigating off-road and so on. Therefore, I was able to install the Innovv app on it, and when I turn on the bike, or at least when I turn on the ignition, first of all, you guys can see over here the camera turned green, the GPS is searching, and the Wi-Fi is searching as well. So I can go on and turn on the camera. The camera is right there. I can actually make it full screen, and at this point I can also choose front and rear, only front. Excuse the mess up there. I'm doing 3 or 4 projects all at the same time, so that's a mess. But I can go to the rear, and right now there is the garage door in the back. I can go on to the settings, and maybe it'll take a little bit because it'll take a little bit because of the tablet is not that fast, but all the settings are here. Right now I have the G sensor turned down all the way. This is it. If I need to save whatever is happening right now on the camera, if as I'm going I need to save it, just push the button, that flinched and is saved. So if I go back to the documents and I go to the camera files, and I go to the protected files, there's gonna be a bunch because I've been testing that buttons quite a bit. Oh, there you go. If you look at the time, it's exactly the time right now. And there are the mile an hour, there is the date, the GPS coordinates, everything is there. I like it quite a bit. Let's turn that off. The only thing I would suggest to Inno, which is not a problem because everything else goes to landscape, is the main menu of the app to be able to turn it landscape. For my personal use on the phone is not really an issue. So I love it, I like it. At a certain point I can turn that off and turn my dash on. Everything worked the way it's supposed to. The only thing we need to do is go outside and test it out on the road, see the image quality with some light and some off-road. So why don't we go do that, and we'll regroup later for my last thoughts. All right, it's time to test the Dashcam. I mean, from a dashboard point of view, there is literally nothing. I have the remote over here and it's telling me this is green. Those other two are barely visible, but I don't really care for now. This is the first test. We'll see how good the image is. Right now I'm pointing away from the sun and I have the sun right behind me, obviously, so we'll see the rear camera how good it is. Let me push the button to save. See, this is blinking, it's telling me it's saving. Let's go find a car. Let's see how this camera does on the dirt, and let's go. All right. If every time the camera saves something, this thing is supposed to blink green, it's not blinking, which is good considering bouncing around. Let's get some hard bumps like that. All right. Is steady green, if I understand correctly, is not being triggered, which is really good. All right, I just came back from testing the Innovv K7 dashcam, and it works like a charm. First of all, it's out of the way. If you look at the bike as it is right now, you can't quite tell. Obviously, if you look close in the back and up front, yeah, you can. There is only the remote on the handlebar, which works great. As long as the light is solid, that means GPS is acquiring. Therefore, even under the plastic here on the Africa Twin, the GPS works great and it's out of the way. Fantastic. The button to save the recording, to lock the recording, it's great. It's super useful because obviously not an accident, but if there is something that I see and it's of interest, I can just push the button real quick, it saves it up, and it's great. It worked on the road, it worked off-road. I mean, it's not an action camera, so give it a break. The app is very intuitive, very simple, and that's what I like. Simplicity. Simplicity, people. I don't know why it's so hard to make simple things rather than, oh no, it can do coffee and it'll vacuum your house and it'll make dinner at night, but 10,000 settings. No, simple. Put it on, turn it on, done. Anyway, I like it. I like it quite a bit. The footage is fantastic. I had it at 2K. It looks great. It absolutely looks great. You can clearly see what's going on around. You can clearly see the license plate of the cars in front of me and behind me. I'm incredibly happy with the product. Thank you very much to Innovv for sending me the Dashcam. I was going to buy it anyway. They send it. Thank you, appreciate it, and therefore this is the video. But mostly I'm doing this video because it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. It works flawlessly the way it's supposed to be, and there is no need to go spend $600, $700, $800 for those other guys. I just want it simple, and this is so simple. Talking about simplicity, check the link in the description for discounts on this system. Thank you very much to my patrons, you guys are the best. If you're not a patron but you still want to support the channel, just subscribe, it's free and it helps tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. But this is the end of the review, so dai tutti, and I'll see you next time.
Got me feeling like a firebolt, high in the sky, looking like a thunderstorm.